Hello, good evening, everyone. It's Jordan Divgos again here. So today we're going to learn SQL. What is an SQL and what is about database? Okay, so first of all, what is a database? So basically, database is you can say organized way, or you can say it's a way to store data in an organized way. Okay, like before, we used to store our data in a Excel format, in a Excel file. Okay, or in normal text format. But database is much more than that. You can say it's kind of an Excel, but it's more matured way to store data in a structured way. Okay, so basically there are two types of databases: DBMS and RDBMS. Okay, so what is it DBMS means? So DBMS is like database management system. RDBMS is a relational database management system. The main difference between these two is like in DBMS, uh, we store data in a file format. Okay, reference in a file format, and it does not support normalization or primary concept. Okay, but in RDBMS, we store data in a table row format in a more structured way so that we can read or we can fetch our data. You can say, I mean, well, goodly, so that we can fetch or you can read or you can get our data or you can update our data anytime very easy. Okay, so there are many type of databases. As I said, like in DBMS, we get like in okay, so first of all, DBMS and RDBMS are basically you can say it's a software. Okay, like there are many types of softwares in DBMS and RDBMS where we stored our data. Okay, like to manage our databases. So today I'm going to teach you about RDBMS, the basic concepts about RDBMS. Okay, so in RDBMS, the most famous three databases are MySQL, PostgreSQL, and Oracle. Okay, so today I'm practicing in, or you can say I'm teaching you in MySQL, and you can so like you can say, I mean, yeah, all the syntax or you can say the queries are like almost same, just a little bit of difference. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you about RDBMS SQL in MySQL. Okay, first of all, what are there? So first of all, what is an SQL? Okay, so SQL means structured query language. Okay, what is structured query language? So as you can see in Excel, where when I need to fetch some data or anything, there is some cheat codes, or you can say we have to, we I mean we use to get the data or the values. Okay, but in here we use it as a SQL. It's a structured query language. Okay, so what's the benefits of structured query language? Or you can say what can we do with structured query language? We can say like we can say SQL can execute queries against a database. So by using SQL, we can retrieve data from database. We can create a new database. We can insert some new records in database. We can update records. We can delete records. So we can perform a whole CRUD operation using only this structured queries. Okay. And the second thing, before writing structured queries, what we need semicolon after each SQL statement. Okay. So you can select, as you can select, semicolon is like the standard way to separate the each SQL statement in a database system that allow more than one SQL statement, like to be executed in the same call to the server. Okay, so this is it, and there are many types of SQL basically, such as DDL. Okay, there is you can say DDL, and then DML, and then TCL. And there are DDL, DML, DCL, TCL, and DQL. Okay, so DDL stands for Data Definition Language. What does it means? As you can, as I mean, as you guys can guess, like I mean, by, and the there's a, okay, like there is basically DDL. One is DDL, one is DDL. Okay, one is DDL, one is DML, one is DCL, one is TCL, and one is DQL. Okay, so DDLs, as I said, DDL some spaces. Okay, right. can elaborate it much better, in a much better way. Okay, so DDL. Okay, so DDL stands for, as I said, data definition language. Okay, so as you can guys by reading the definition term, as you know, or you say, as you guys can guess, that the definitions means we use this DDL commands, the DDL SQL commands, to define or modify a database objects. Okay, okay. So first of all, what should a database should have? Okay, a database should have a table, a row, a column. Okay, and schema. So table means where the you can say as a I mean in a as in a table there should be row and column. Okay, and the schema will be the structure of data. As you can see here, you can see this is a schema. This is a new database and this is a schema actually where the database stored, and this is a table. Okay, and this each table, as you can see, this each table contains is a table contains some columns. As you can see, it contains these columns actually. Okay, these columns, and it will have some rows according to the data size. Okay, I mean this column will be the heading, and underneath the I mean beneath the column there will be stored data. Okay, it depends on I mean the row size will be depending on the data size. As much as we can put some data in the column, in the database table, the column the row size will increase. Okay, so here the the basic thing, it has some table, row, column, and schema. Okay, so here the data definition language. Okay, so what kind of queries comes under the data definition language? What kind of, you can say, column commands? That create command, create, alter. Alter means modifying. Suppose there is a name called, my name is Swarnadeep Ghosh. Okay, and I want to alter my name from Swarnadeep to Arjun. So then we'll use that alter clause to alter my name from Swarnadeep to Arjun. Okay, and then comes the drop command, and then the junket command. Okay, so first of all, this create command. Create command is for creating new objects. Okay, as example, we can say suppose suppose okay, create table students and ID, and ID will be id type. Okay, comma, and then the name will be varchar type. Okay, and the name length should be maximum 50. Okay, and the semicolon, as I said. Okay, here this int and varchar are the data types. Okay, and these are the column names, name and student, and this is the table name. Okay, create table student with ID. A student table should have an ID and a student name. Okay, and these are the data types: int, varchar, character. I will describe it later. Okay, so this is a basic command for creating a table. Okay, okay. So what does this alter? And now let me explain. Tell you how does the alter means. Alter means modifying, modifying um, an existing data or a structure. Okay, and the example will be such as there's an alter table students add age winter. See, as I said, we use alter to modify the data. Okay, as I said, I mean we can alter my name as well, and also we can alter the table names. As means it means we can add some extra tables. Okay, it's just in the first command, as we said, we have created a basic table, students table, where it has some empty ID column, name column with ID will be the integer type. As you know, integer means the numeric types, and varchar means the text type. You can say normal. You can say string type, not text type, it's string type. Okay, the varchar data type. And then again, and this alter command, by using this alter clause, we are so by using this alter clause, we are adding a new column into this student table. Okay, that age column, and the age is numeric, so it will be of course integer type. Okay, okay. Here comes the drop table. Okay. So drop table means deleting deleting objects. Okay, so drop table means deleting object means it will, this drop clause or this drop command will entirely delete our database, or you can say our entire table. Actually, sorry, the database, not the database, the entire table. To delete the whole table student by using only simple line of code. Okay, drop table students. Okay, by using this drop clause, what we do, we can delete entire table by using this drop command. And here we call the tables as an objects. Okay, in this database, each table is an object. Okay, that's why I'm writing this. Uh, that's why I'm writing this word objects. Okay, and then comes the truncate. Okay, what does the truncate means? Truncate means deleting all the rows, but keeping the structure of an object. Okay. By using this truncate clause, or you can say the truncate command, we can delete the all the rows and columns inside a table. But it means that table will be left blank. It means it will delete, as you can see, such as, or we can say, yeah, this is a database. Okay, table. Okay, so by using, there's a tables, category table, customer table, order details, orders, and product table. Okay, so here inside this table, so there's a, these tables are the objects, categories, customers, order details, orders. These are all the objects. Okay, and each table has some rows here, some columns, and these columns, and it should have, and each column should have data and rows respect to their data values. Okay, so by using this truncate command, we can entirely delete all that existing data rows and columns of an object while keeping the table blank, such as just like a blank paper where there is no table and rows. It will be blank. Okay, so how we can use the truncate command? It's like this: truncate table, and the table name will be students. Okay, that's all. And then comes the DML. Okay, now what is the DML means? DML means data manipulation language. Okay, now what does manipulation means? Manipulation is manipulating something. Okay, it means manipulating something. It means modifying something. So what kind of commands comes under this? Such as insert. Okay, insert, update, and then comes the delete. Delete commands is a manipulation. Always remember, drop truncate isn't a data manipulation. It is data definition. Okay, it means we're defining. Okay, we're modifying something. We're modifying or defining a database. Okay, and data manipulation means we're manipulating the database table. It means we're inserting, or you can say updating or deleting something from the database, or you can say from the tables. Okay, there's a huge differentiation. Some people gets confused between this DML and DDL. Okay, so what does the insert command means? As you know, what does insert means? Insert means adding records inside a table. It means adding records, or you can say data inside a object or table. Okay, and the example will be such as we know, we have started. Such as there is a suppose there is a college database. In the college database there should be a student, of course, a student table. A student table should have some ID, some name, age column. Okay, and here suppose we are adding the values to the database. Okay, such as uh, insert into students, and then the values will be as been mentioned. Always remember, the ID comes first. Okay, and then the name, and then we have added the age. Okay, it means, I mean, so there should be this. It should be like this. Okay, ID table comes first, then the name, then the age. Okay, the age column. Let's comment out. Give me a sec. Actually, I forgot how to comment out this. Give me a sec. This is okay. Okay, I commented out before I did right. Actually, I got a little bit confused. Okay, so it's the ID, name, and age. Okay, so we have to enter values respective to this order: ID, name, and age. Okay, suppose the ID is 1. Okay, the name is Alice. Okay, and suppose the Alice will be in string, as we mentioned. The varchar data support only string, so Alice we have to put in a string. Okay, Alice, comma, separated, and then the age suppose 20. Okay, that's all. And semicolon. That will be the command for inserting into a table values. Okay, and then come the update part. Okay, and what does update means? It means modifying records or data inside a table. Okay, so it means modifying the data. Okay, as I said, creating means creating new table. Okay, alter means modifying the existing data. Okay, okay. Modify means we can modify the table. Okay, table column by using the alter command. Okay, so here some people gets confused about the alter command and update commands. Okay, so uh, so okay, the update command here, it will be like you can say such as yeah, update, then the table name. Update will be the clause, simple clause name, command name, and the table name, students. Then comes the set. Okay, set. And then the age is equals to 21. Okay, and then comes the where clause, where id is equals to 1. And the semicolon. Sorry. Okay, let's break down this query. First, we've entered the table name, specific table name, students, and update the student's name, students table, and set clause. Set clause, as you know, what does set means in English? Like set means something setting, or like that something fixing, or you can say something defining. Okay, here what you modify? We modify the age of an existing data. Here, as you can see in the first insert query, we have said that Alice mentioned that Alice age should be 20, and this update query we're updating her age from 20 to 21 by using this. First, we have to write the command for the clause update clause, and the student mention the table name, the set, and then the age. We have to mention which column or which table. Okay, the age column, age, and 20. And how we're filtering, suppose there is a in this table there is multiple values, okay, multiple IDs, multiple tables are there. So but we need to specifically modify our data of a specific user. Okay, so the user should have a specific a unique ID constant. Okay, here as you mentioned, the as it's defined, the Alice's ID is 1. Okay, that's why we're filtering out Alice by using this where clause. Why? So when we use where clause to filter out something from a table, someone's data, or you can say putting a condition. It's a condition actually clause. By using this where condition, we're saying that only modify that user's ID, which modify the age of ID number of, or you can say the by using this where clause, where condition or where clause, we can will just modify the value of the specific person whose or hers ID is 1, and modify the age from 20 to 21. The proper column name and the ID as mentioned the 1. Okay, and then comes a delete. We use delete, as you know, for deleting records or data from a database, table, or object. Okay, suppose we want to delete the Alice, we want to delete the student ID 1. Okay, okay, we can also delete a student by their names or age as well. Suppose, but in these, okay, let me just write down the query first. Okay, delete from students where ID is equals to 1. Okay, let's break down this. Okay, we can directly use, we could have directly used their name as well. Okay, but suppose in this in the table there is thousands of records, and some people's first name is Alice. So by using this delete command, all the records will be deleted. Okay, but we want to delete a specific user. That user will be, should have a unique ID. That's why we use ID here. Okay, let's break down this clause. Okay, first the delete clause for deleting and from. Okay, we need to mention the computer or the database. Like I mean, we have to indicate, or you can say we have to show the path of the computer that where the student table is. Okay, so that's why we are using the from clause to, you can say by using this from clause we can, we're so we can assigning the computer, we're telling the computer that uh, from which table or from which table or from which database where the ID is 1. Suppose there is a multiple tables. Okay, so that's why we need to show the computer a path or give a path, so that from where the computer will get the proper address, you can say. such as the delivery person will of course the deliver product to a proper particular address, right? So that's why it's just like that. By using this from, we're saying or giving a path or giving a route to the computer so that the computer internally can filter out the table name, and then using the where condition, that where the id is 1, so it means the specific user whose id is 1, it will delete that id only. Okay. Okay, so now, as I said before, okay, so now what I was saying before, the difference between update and alter. Alter is also modifying the existing data. Update is also modifying the existing data. Okay, but main thing is update is to modifies existing data in table rows. Okay, but the alter command modifies the existing table structure or schema, such as adding extra columns or rows, but it will only modify the existing data, this data. Okay, so then comes the DCL command. Okay, DCL means data control language. Okay, DCL means data control language. As you can guess that by reading the line control, control means controlling something. Okay, it means it will be on your command. It means the whole data. It means the by using these commands you can control the whole database. Okay, it means uh, uh, why use control commands, such as for to accept or to save something, some changes were made into database table. Okay, that's why use uh, then we use the control queries, such as there is commit, and then there is rollback. One is rollback, and then there is save point. Okay, what does commit means? Commit means suppose that we have uh, done some changes in our table. Okay. Okay, so TCL, TCL. Okay, sorry, this is under TCL actually. This is data control language. Okay, so control means so like how you control someone, or you can say like let's have it practical. Think it practically. How to control someone, how to control a bike, or you can say how to control a PC system. You can say like suppose there is a person, our friend or our brother or someone. Okay, how we can control him to access our PC by giving, suppose I mean such as uh, I'm the head of the family. Okay, and I have a computer or a laptop, but my brother or my friend want to use my PC or my laptop. For that, what he will do first, he will come to me and will ask me for my concern, and then I will grant him the permission to access my PC. That's what the control means. Data control language means. It means the, it means to by using this command lines we can control the access to the specific data. Okay, and there comes the two clause basically commands: grant command and the revoke command. As you know, grant means giving access. We use this data query language to uh, give a specific user to access to this. As you know, by creating a database or a table, there is always a password and username, and we use these query languages to give a specific user permission to access the database or the tables. Okay, so then so the grant access. Okay, suppose there is a suppose there's two user one and user two. Okay, and we want to give access the user one to access my student table. Okay, so then we'll use a simple command like this, or query actually, sorry, grant select on to user one. Okay, semicolon. So, okay, first of all, second, I'm actually getting a call. Okay, so okay, so here come again. Okay, so what I was saying, okay, so let's break through this. Sorry, I was on a call actually. Okay, so let's break this. So grant select on students is okay. Let's break it as a humanical. Okay, suppose there is a database. Okay, library database. Okay, and in this database there's a table called student. Okay, suppose there's a as you can see, this is student. Okay, or you can say like think of a database as a library and the students table as a specific confidential book. Okay, so first let's translate this in a humanical. Okay, it means like we're saying that hey SQL, or you can say hey MySQL, please give the user one, please give the user one permission to open and read the student's book, but nothing else. They can only open the book and read. They can't change anything, or you can say they can't tear the pages out or anything. They can just only open the book and read. Okay, now just break it word by word. What does grant mean? Grant means like there's a command for giving permission. It means we're granting a privilege, like you can say in a company a manager grant access to a secure room. It's like that. And then comes a select. What does select mean? Select means this is a specific type of permission that I'm giving. Okay, or you can say the select means the it means like the ability to look and read the data by using this select. Or you can say in this select, here in this query we're using this select clause to give the user one the ability to at look and read the data inside the student's book. Okay, and it does not include the permission of modifying or adding or deleting anything from the book. Okay. And then this line on students. Now, what does it mean? It means that we are specifying what type of thing and what kind of permissions we are giving for. Okay, so here in this case we are using the students table, okay, as a permission, or consider using students table to give access to the user one, so that the user one can access the students table and read, open the students table and get their data values. That's the whole point of this line. So like, so by using this grant permission, the user can only read so you can see here the main part is the select part. By using this select clause we are just giving the permission to read the data, not neither the adding data nor deleting data. Okay. That's all. So here you can say as you can see the I mean the by using this line we're granting permission to a user a specific permission, such as for reading permission we're using select. There's a revoke permission as well. As I said, the revoke. So here the revoke command is also here. Okay, so first of all, what does revoke command mean? Revoke command means removing access. Suppose this user has a command uh, grant access. Okay, or you can say access to, or if it has the user has permission to access our data. Okay, now I want to revoke this permission. from us. Then we'll write a simple query. Means access. Okay, the command will be revoke select on students from the user one. Okay, now let's just break down this. Okay, simple. As I said, grant grant is like giving a key to someone to access our house. Remove means taking the key from him or her so that he cannot get into our house. Okay, so by using this remove command, what we are saying to what you can say, it means we are like giving MySQL the command so that the user should no longer be allowed to read the student's book, and please take back their permission, the reading permission from them. It means the sibling giving the command. Okay, let's break it line by line. What does revoke mean? So here, this command is for taking back all the grant permission from user one. Okay, and then the select command. Suppose this user has multiple permissions. Here we have used only select permission. Suppose this user has read permission, update permission, many kind of things. But we won't. But here, as you can see, it has only the select permission. So that's why we'll be removing only the select permission from it. So what does it mean? That we are removing a specific. So first we need to mention the clause, revoke clause, and then the mention the specific permission as we have given to the user. Here we have given the select user permission. That's why we're writing the select clause so that we can. So we're specifically uh, revoking the permission from the user, and then the on students. So it means on students means you can say this specifies the what kind of thing we are removing permission from. As you can see, it means we are revoking the read and open permission from the uh, remove on the student. Sorry, I misspelled. It means we are revoking the read and open permission on the students table from the user one. It means from who, from which or what table or what data or what table we want to revoke the permission from the students table. That's why on students table from who, from the user one. Okay, these are the two commands comes in DCL. Okay, so in the next video I will be telling you about the TCL, the rest of TCL and DQL commands, and also tell you about the basic data types in MySQL. Okay, in the next video I'll explain about this and all. Okay.